Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. How you doing out there, everyone? It's Friday Eve, and you are watching another edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E. I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. Let's get into it. And as always, I'm going to do better this year. These last, 5 months of 2024. Reminder, in case you didn't know, Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel, over 5 million views. You want to advertise on this show and other shows like FTS, Folks Talking Sports, Let's Talk Houston Rockets, the AdMax Corner, my man Adolphus A.D. Moore. Email advertise at thehrr.com. A lot to talk about. A lot. First things first, it's that time of the year. Sorry, kids, if you're still going to school. But this is helpful and it's good news. Parents as well. The Rockets are having a back-to-school event this Saturday, August 10th. Rockets hosting their second annual back-to-school bash at Sunnyside Community Center in partnership with the Houston Parks and Rec Department. It's a family-friendly event, open to the public, and it will feature giveaways of school supplies and backpacks donated by Reliant while supplies last. That is key, while supplies last. Rockets forward Jay-Sean Tate will be in attendance to assist in the giveaways, along with Rockets entertainers and staff members. Students from kindergarten through 8th grade, I remember those years, a long time ago, will have the opportunity to receive backpacks filled with school supplies and participate in basketball clinics led by the Houston Rockets. Hello, Miss Wanda Polk, the queen of supporting the Houston Roundball Review. Hello to you. Thank you, as always, for your support and your comments and taking time to participate in the show and the discussion. I hope you have, at some point, get a chance to watch my interview with Rob Gray. Rob spoke with me about 2 hours ago, and that is posted on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Back at this info. Children's Memorial Herman will be on site at Sunnyside Community Center this Saturday, August 10th, providing free back-to-school health screenings and scoliosis testing on a first-come, first-served basis. The Houston Health Department is offering eye screenings on site through its See to Succeed program, while representatives from Franklin Beauty Institute will be on hand to provide free haircuts for boys and vouchers for girls to visit one of their locations for a styling. Fancy. Attendees will also be able to enjoy inflatables, face painting, balloon artists, a video gaming truck, and Kroger Chef Jr. workshops, as well as Aquafina hydration stations. Students will have the opportunity to tour and select a book to take home from the Curiosity Cruiser Super Library on Wheels, courtesy of the Barbara Bush Literacy Foundation, Reliant, and the City of Houston Public Library. So once again, that takes place this Saturday, August 10th, from 9 to 11 at Sunnyside Community Center. All right, that's one bit of news. Got a lot to share in these 55 minutes and change of this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E. Rex, how are you? Thank you, as always, for chiming in. All right, here it is, the newest edition of the Houston Cougars women's basketball team, basketball program. Leilani Augmon, 5'11" guard. Look at some of her info. Last season, she was at Troy. She played in 28 games, started one game, averaged 4.6 points on 47.1% shooting from the floor, 25% from three. She made 6 of 30 three-point attempts. She did too well from the free throw line, going 24 of 26. The year before that, the season before that, she was at Arkansas State, played about 25 minutes a game in 24 games in 6 starts. Leilani shot 40.5% from the floor, 74.3% from the line. She averaged 8 points per game and 4.6 rebounds per game. She had a redshirt season at Arkansas State in 21 and 22. Prior to that, she spent 2 years at Seward Community College. So, Rex, Miss Wanda, what are your thoughts on Leilani Augmon's stats joining the Houston Cougars women's basketball program? Those numbers at 4.6 points per game is in line with other transfers on this season's edition of the Houston Cougars women's hoop team. As I take a sip from my Houston Roundball Review mug, click on that shop button if you want to while you're watching this show, and buy a mug, buy a shirt, buy a cap. But there we go on that. Miss Wanda says it right there. She's not impressed with those stats. I'll just leave it at that. I received word about an hour before it was posted online about her addition to the program. So I'm sharing it with everyone here watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and Roku. And there you go. Rick's comment: seems like players are coming in because they figure UH is desperate. Ooh. And Rex might not be wrong on that. All right, the first Fan Fest info I'm sharing today. Houston Cougars football announces their Fan Fest. Houston will host its second annual Fan Fest inside the indoor practice facility, IPF, from 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday, August 14th. The free event will feature an autograph session as well as inflatables, a Heisman Trophy photo opportunity, appearances by Spirit of Houston, and much more. Attendees are welcome to bring up to 2 items to be signed. Houston Athletics will also have commemorative posters while supplies last. Complimentary parking is available in the stadium parking garage at 3874 Holman Street by using the visitors entrance. Keep that in mind, the visitors entrance, not the students entrance, the visitors entrance. Fans should enter the IPF through the Holman Street entrance. So the Fan Fest, Football Fan Fest, this coming Wednesday, August 14th, the Cougs putting it on from 6 to 8 p.m. Who'll be there? Who's going to attend? Who's going to check it out? It's the second annual Fan Fest that the Houston Cougars football program is putting on. Hopefully, it'll be better than last year. Last year's was decent. Could have been better. But, first year. This is now year 2. Hopefully, it'll be better. So let me know your thoughts on that. But yes, that is their Fan Fest, August 14th. Their non-conference schedule for the Houston Cougars men's program was announced earlier this week. Here it is. I put that top note regarding the Aggies exhibition game taking place October 27th at TSU's H&PE Arena. It is not listed on the UH Cougars website yet, but it will happen unless something falls through. That exhibition game will take place. All right? Sunday, October 27th, the Cougs against the Aggies at TSU's H&PE Arena. Still aiming to be televised, most likely on the SEC network. Game will tip off at 4 p.m. Central. All right? More details are forthcoming. When I get them, you'll get them. All right? But the season opener for the Cougs will be Monday, November 4th at home versus Jackson State. Then the Battleground 2K on November 9th against Auburn at Toyota Center. As I said last Thursday on the Takeover, it was going to be put on by the people who did the Battleground 2K in previous years that the Cougs participated. I was right about that. Next game, Louisiana, home game, November 13th, home against Hofstra, November 22nd. It's a typo there. Utah Tech, got to fix that. But next, the Players Era Festival. It's on the Cougs website. Those dates, December 26, 27, 29. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. But notice, that info is from the press release. You go to the schedule, go online. It's how it is listed on the website. The opponents for the specific dates are not posted, which confirms what I mentioned last Thursday. That matchup, the date for the Cougs matchup with Alabama, is not yet etched in stone to take place on Tuesday, November 26th. It still might happen on Tuesday, November 26th, but it is not etched in stone. All right? Keep that in mind. It is not etched in stone. So the Cougs, I think I had this Hofstra game, Texas, Utah Tech. I mean, Cougs didn't even play Texas, Utah Tech. That's, I think, from Rice or TSU, something like that. So my error on that, and I apologize for that mistake. But on the website, I'm looking right now as I'm talking to you live here on the Takeover, just to make sure nothing's changed. No opponent, specific opponent. No specific opponent for those dates in Vegas. The Cougs in group play, Group A, are with Alabama, Rutgers, and Notre Dame. Those are the other three opponents in their group. For simplicity, I think the teams in the group should play each other. And it should not be a bracket type play, a tournament type of event. It's just a classic. You play your teams in your group. That's it. Don't try to worry. It's not going to be competition about a championship. But somehow, apparently, they're still trying to figure it out to make it where you win 2 games, your first 2 games of the Players Era Festival, and then you'll face the other team that's 2-0 in Group B. There's too much going on with that possibility. Possibility of that could be Oregon and Rutgers being 2-0 in their respective groups. Well, Oregon and Rutgers can't play each other because they're both in the Big Ten now. A&M and Alabama could be 2-0. Well, they can't play each other in an MTE because they're both in the SEC. So why not just make this as simple as possible for this first year of the Players Era Festival? Just have everyone play your other group members. 3 games, that's your MTE, and you move on. Let everyone know the schedule so they can start planning and looking forward to it, and that's it. But all this trying to figure out, well, if we do this 2-0, we do them too. Just focus on the rest of the event, the money, the NIL, because that's what the teams want. The teams want to make sure they're getting paid. That's what they want. Each team wants to make sure they're getting their $1 million. That is what they want. You have the players do some autograph sessions, attending some events in Vegas as part of, the earning for the NIL. Fine. But just focus on the matchups playing each other in your group and just keep it simple. Dr. Maisha, thank you very much for chiming in. Thank you, as always, for your support. Spread the word about this. But it's just, they're making it too complicated for year one. Logistically, just keep it as simple as possible for this first year. We know Duke and Kansas are playing in Vegas on Tuesday, November 26th at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. We know that. We don't know who the Cougs are going to play on Tuesday, November 26th. It might be Alabama, as initially reported and mentioned for months. ESPN.com still has them listed as the Cougs facing Alabama on that first day. That is not yet certain. And as CA says right here, this event has been sounding iffy from the beginning, and it hasn't changed. I believe that the teams will be paid. I mean, there are contracts involved. The contracts are signed. So the money, I don't see how they're going to make the organizers of the event are going to make a profit this year. I don't see how they're going to do that. But as long as the member schools get paid year one, we're about year two next year and planning ahead, and they want it to be bigger, have more teams next year, okay, that's fine. And hey, if the money behind it does not expect to make money for a few years and they just want to invest long term, that's the kind of investment I need. Hey, Kris, you do what you want to do, man. I support you. We're going to grow together. Hey, that's what I want. That's what I'm like. That's what everybody's looking for. But the rest of the Cougs' home schedule, non-conference schedule, is all home games. After Vegas, Butler is in the Big 12 Big East battle, then Troy, Toledo, and A&M Corpus Christi. So they don't leave the state, heck, Houston, except to go to Vegas. And then they play, of course, the Big 12 tournament will take place in Kansas City in March 11th through 15th at T-Mobile Center. So start planning ahead for that. And let me say this. If you have the money and the means, and you are a Coug, this basically is a Coug segment right now, first few minutes of the show, of the takeover. Plan ahead to attend the Big 12 basketball tournament. Buy your tickets now. That's what the other fans of the Big 12 schools do. They're planning right now. They're making their plans. They're putting their money in. They're buying the tickets. They're reserving their rooms now. Have T-Mobile Center filled with as much Cougar red as possible. The dates are there. You know the dates. Like I said, if you have the means, make those plans now. Don't wait until February. Don't be surprised like, oh, I know the Cougs are playing the Big 12 tournament. Yeah, you do. The dates are there. You know where. You know where it's going to be. You know when it's going to be. So if you have the means, get your tickets now. Make your reservations now. Support your alma mater. Support your favorite team. Now, Rice Owls in the news. Shifting gears. Travis Evee signed with a pro contract overseas with a team in Montenegro. KK Monar Bar of the ABA League. Travis finished his Rice career as Rice's all-time leader in three-pointers, connecting on 313 from behind the arc. He's also third in scoring, sixth in free throw percentage, and eighth in steals. He's the only player in school history with 1,800 points, 300 rebounds, 300 steals, 300 assists, and 125 steals. So good luck to Travis Evee over in Montenegro. 1 year in Montenegro, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But good luck to Travis. He's getting paid and making some pro money. Congrats and good luck to him. Next Fan Fest. The Rice Owls are having a Fan Fest. It's a nice flyer, isn't it? Isn't that impressive, Miss Wanda and Rex and CA37? It looks good, doesn't it? That's impressive. Looks good. The Owls Fan Fest taking place Saturday, August 17th at 6 o'clock at Rice Stadium. Some details. The West Side Gates 1 and 2 will open at 5 o'clock. The Owls will host an open scrimmage for the football team, followed by autographs from members of the cross country, soccer, and volleyball teams. The football team's leadership council will sign autographs at the conclusion of the scrimmage. Activities during the kickoff event will include the Shop Rice Owls Team Apparel Shop and a variety of family-friendly fun, such as food trucks and an inflatable kid zone. Fans will also be able to experience a full slate of free and paid food and brew samplings. a cool breeze zone, face painting, balloon artists, a roaming photo booth, DJ Ethan Caps, ice treats, drink refreshments, and post-game field goals. Miss Wanda, Aisha, Rex, C37, based on what I just said regarding Fan Fest, Rice's Fan Fest, Houston Cougars Football Fan Fest, which sounds more detailed, more involved, has more activities for people, for the fans? Just saying, just putting it out there. I'm curious to get your thoughts on what I've mentioned regarding the Fan Fest for UH and the Fan Fest for Rice. Let me know your thoughts. As Rice and Rex, Rice, of course. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Just want to make sure I wasn't alone in that assessment. Just putting it out there. Okay. All right. But Rice Stadium is undergoing a turf replacement. Work begins today at Rice Stadium to replace the artificial playing surface after it was deemed unsafe for play due to the effects of Hurricane Beryl. The current turf installed in the historic Rice Stadium in 2021 will be replaced by a new surface. The repair work will not impede the Owls' prep for the upcoming football season, as all practices are normally held either on the grass field north of the Brian Patterson Sports Performance Center or in the Waltrip Indoor Training Center. However, Rice's annual Fan Fest, as I mentioned, is scheduled at the stadium on August 17th at 6 p.m. If needed, decision on an alternate location for this year's event will be made next week. So there is a chance that the Fan Fest might not take place inside Rice's football stadium if the turf replacement is not complete. But Rice opens its 2024 season on Saturday, August 31st at 6 p.m. when the Owls host Sam Houston for the first time since 1993. So all that great info and tidbits I mentioned about the Fan Fest, there is a chance that it might not happen inside Rice's football stadium. Well, that'd be a shame. But anyway, keep it in mind. I'll find out. Once I find out, I'll share it here on the Takeover or additional shows or clips that I post on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Other football news from Rice. Rice and Fresno State will meet in 2026 and 27. And they jointly announced on Tuesday they'll resume their football series between the Owls and the Bulldogs. Rice will travel to Fresno State to face the Bulldogs on September 26th, 2026, with return meeting in H-Town on September 11th, 2027. The schools have met 7 times previously, with Fresno winning the first 6 between the schools as members of the WAC from 1999 to 2004, while the Owls won the most recent meeting, capturing the 2014 Hawaii Bowl with a 30-6 win. And of course, y'all have been keeping up that Rice Fresno State meeting replaces the Rice Houston Bayou Bucket matchups for 26 and 27. Cougs had to really get out of that for Big 12 scheduling purposes and wanted to get another FCS opponent. An FCS opponent, another home game. So in the best interest, Cougs playing Rice, and losing Rice again is not a good look. So, just putting it out there as well. But anyway, all right. Rice running back Dean Connors, who I met and spoke with at the AAC Football Media Day. He was named to the Doak Walker preseason watch list. And his teammate, Gabe Taylor, spoke very highly of Dean Connors' shiftiness on the football field. But The watch list was released on Tuesday by the SMU Athletic Forum. The forum annually presents the award to the nation's most outstanding college running back. Last season, Connors led the Owls in rushing touchdowns, and all-purpose yards, while also catching 43 passes for 403 yards and 3 scores. His average of 6.4 yards per carry was the highest for a Rice running back with at least 100 carries since Thomas Lott Jr. averaged the same 6.4 yards in 2005. The SMU Athletic Forum Board of Directors will name 10 finalists in November and 3 finalists as voted on by the Doak Walker Award National Selection Committee, which will also be announced in November. The committee will cast a second vote in December to determine the recipient. The recipient of the 2024 Doak Walker Award will be announced live on the College Football Awards on December 12th, 2024. The award is named for SMU's 3-time All-American running back legend Doak Walker. Each Tuesday of this season, the SMU Athletic Forum will once again announce a Doak Walker National Running Back of the Week. Answer this question from C37. I'm happy for it. I'm good with it. I'm not surprised with it. Big 12 has a scheduling formula for its members regarding who they want you to play non-conference, and one of them is a G5 school, a FCS school, and a Power 5 school, something like that. So the Cougs wanted to get another home game on the FCS level, basically, and get for that game, as my man Ryan Monso wrote, that the FCS game would be a game for Coach Fritz and the staff to get a look at more players and have a better idea of who can contribute the rest of the season. That's a part of it as well. I don't believe Coach Fritz will lose to Rice if they would play going forward. But the Cougs last year really stung them the way that game went. I know Chris Pesman was pushing forward, and I think they had agreed upon future matchups. Well, it's a new sheriff in town on football, and at some point, there will be a new AD at Houston Athletics at some point. Oh boy, at some point. And Chris Pesman was fired or let go on, what was it, June 20th? It's now August 8th. Boise State removed Jeremiah Dickey from consideration for the UH AD job by signing him to a new contract extension through, I think, the 29 season. So other than that, there's not much publicly going on regarding Houston's search for a new AD. It's sad how they have handled this, how my alma mater is handling the search for a new AD. It is really sad going on with it. This is 6 weeks, and little is known about legit candidates for the job, interviews, or anything of that sort. 6 weeks, and you are a power program, and you are moving at a snail's sloth pace regarding the search and the hiring of a new director of athletics. What I mean, I don't know what to say. But on that note, it's almost the bottom of the hour. So I'm going to play the promo for the BS3 network to let everyone know, remind them what BS3 network, BS3 TV is all about. And if you're new to this show and new to BS3, new to Roku, just download BS3 on Roku, get the app, or you can go to bs3network.com or bs3tvlive.com. And on Roku, you can watch Houston Roundball Review shows on demand via the BS3 app. And here you go. I'll be back in 35 seconds. BS3 Network, we're changing the way you watch TV.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Welcome back to this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break. This Throwback Thursday edition is powered by JM&E. I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. First half of the show talked about the Cougs, some Fan Fest, Cougs Fan Fest taking place on August 14th. Rice Owls Fan Fest taking place on August 17th. Going to answer this question regarding the Houston Cougars search for a director of athletics. Is the blame on President Khator? Yes. Buck stops with her. Yes. She's in charge. Yes. Yes. Some of the ideas coming from around her office, I'll put it like that, is her. Ideas of contract, ideas of expectations. It's not conducive to a power program. The way that they are handling this situation, this search, I said it on Folks Talking Sports. I'll say it here on the Takeover, is like an NAIA program. This is another example of Couging it. And if you're Couging it, it's not a good thing. The Cougs for years, and I'm an alum, so don't get it twisted. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. 30 years. Proud graduate, class 94. But we have mastered working harder, not smarter. And this is the latest example. And next topic. Interesting that the Houston Cougars previous football coach joined the, I guess, TCU staff as a consultant. It won't decrease greatly the amount Houston owes him in football salary, but he's up there in Fort Worth. I think I saw a comment from my colleague Stephen Johnson, who covers TCU, the beat writer, that the previous football coach said that something about he was surprised he wasn't used to the depth. And I'm like, my man, you in charge here, so that's your fault. You were surprised by the depth that TCU has. Yeah, what the hell? Come on, man. Bobby, how are you? Thank you for your comment. Thank you for your question. Thank you for chiming in. Who was currently doing Pesman's job? It's an interim basis. I think Mr. Bartlett from financing is handling most of the duties of the athletic director. I said earlier in the first part of the show, for simplicity of the Players Era Festival, they should just have each team play the other three teams in its group. And in the Cougs case, that would be Alabama, Notre Dame, and Rutgers. Just keep it simple. Just set up the date of when each matchup will take place, either the 26th, 27th, or 29th. But stop trying to figure out how to make this best for a championship. It's not bracket play. It's not like the Maui Invitational. It's just a classic. And there are other events, like the Cancun Classic, that has two divisions where the teams in one division play each other, and they don't play the teams in the other division, in the other group. So it does happen. So just get this done and put it out there on the calendar. Make it specific, etch it in stone that the Cougs are playing Alabama on this date. They're playing Rutgers on this date, and they're playing Notre Dame on this date. Simple. Moving forward like that. The next Fan Fest, H-Town teams, is Texas Southern. Now, I was critical of my alma mater regarding the details they provided. But so far, as of August 8th, this is what TSU has provided regarding its Fan Fest. 4 p.m. at H&P Arena. Free admission, free food, meet your Tigers, live performances. That's it. So no specifics, no face painting, no details about food trucks, balloons, any of that stuff like Rice mentioned in its release regarding its Fan Fest. That's what TSU has provided thus far. Their Fan Fest will take place Saturday, August 24th at 4 p.m. inside H&P Arena. Next, TSU news. Men basketball announced non-conference schedule. I don't believe I have any typos on this one like I did on the Cougs schedule. I hate making mistakes. But TSU, Coach Ani Jones and his squad begin the season on the road Monday, November 4th at Xavier. And they got a home game, November 6th versus Texas A&M San Antonio. Texas A&M, that is not UTSA. That is Texas A&M San Antonio. Then they go on the road at Georgia on the 10th, at Georgia Tech on the 12th, at Samford on November 18th. Then, I believe that is right, home versus New Mexico on Sunday, November 24th. Home versus A&M Kingsville. Home versus Texas State. At Sam Houston State in December 7th. At Nevada on December 14th. At Boise State on December 17th. At Abilene Christian on December 21st. And then wrap it up. Home versus the College of Biblical Studies on Saturday, December 28th. And I mentioned previously, Lyndon Rose and Michael Young are involved with the team over there at College of Biblical Studies. So yes, Houston Cougar alums, Lyndon Rose and Michael Young are involved in, I'm not sure specifically their job titles or anything of that sort, but they are involved over at College of Biblical Studies, which I believe is located in H-Town. But the 2025 SWAC men's and women's basketball tournaments are slated for March 11th through 15th and going to be in Atlanta at the Gateway Center Arena. So I think Gateway Center is like a suburb of Atlanta located, but in Atlanta. Heck, the SWAC men's and women's basketball media days are taking place next month in September. Haven't found out why so early, but they're going to take place in September 19th and 20th in Atlanta. But yes, hoop season is here. I know football makes the world go round and it's all that, but as far as I'm concerned, basketball season is here. We got the Olympics going on, and Team USA men's team faces the Joker-led Serbia squad at 2 p.m. today in a semifinal game. Looking forward to the matchup. That should be an interesting one. I expect Team USA to still win and advance to the gold medal game. Got to play good defense, limit the mistakes, make threes, and limit Serbia's threes. Joker can get his. Just contain everyone else. They should be fine. But 2 p.m. Central Time, Team USA men's team against Serbia. Women's team plays in the morning, Friday morning, August 9th, Central Time, against Australia in their semifinal matchup. Some good news for women's basketball fans, college hoops fans. Monetary units are coming to women's tournament on Tuesday. The Division I Board of Directors voted unanimously to introduce a proposal that, if supported by Division I members in January, it will be. Got to go through the steps and the hoops, all those kind of things. But it would financially reward participating programs in the Division I Women's Basketball Championship, starting with the 2025 tournament. So next tournament, this month away. Rex, Bobby, Maisha, C37, and we all hope that Coach Huey's Cougars will be in the tournament. We all hope that. Not many of us expect it, but we hope it. The proposal, which would create a women's basketball equal conference fund and a women's basketball performance fund, is scheduled for a vote by Division I members in January at the NCAA convention in Nashville. If approved, it will be approved. If approved, the units from both funds would be awarded beginning with the 2025 Division I Women's Basketball Championship. The structure of the two funds mirrors the existing distributions associated with the Division I Men's Tournament. Recommended by the Division I Board of Directors Finance Committee, the combined women's basketball funds would build up over 3 years to $25 million, and units earned by participating teams in the Division I Women's Tournament will be paid out to schools' respective conference offices starting in 2026 on a rolling 3-year basis. The proposed combined funds would begin at $15 million in the 2025-26 fiscal year, increase to $20 million for 26-27 fiscal year, and reach the proposed $25 million starting with the 2025-28 fiscal year. After reaching the fully funded amount of $25 million, the women's basketball funds would grow at the same rate as all other Division I funds, which is approximately 2.9% each year. So as Dr. Maisha said, it's about time the NCAA step up and support Division I women's basketball. That is great to see. The units, 25 million, 15, 20, and 25 million. Of course, it's the first years of it. It's not going to be similar to the men's side. I think the men's side is $215 million, something like that annually, and it grows 3% a year. But it's a start. It's a start that the women's teams who earn a spot in the tournament receive some compensation, financial reward for earning a trip to the tournament. And that means if 8 teams from the Big 12 make the tournament each year, then that money, each team will earn a unit. That money will go to the conference. So that's 8 units. And then you advance in the tournament. Every game you win is another unit. And think until the Final Four, like it is on the men's side. So the first round through the regional final, you earn units as you advance in the tournament. So you earn units for your conference. And then the conference will divide the money as it sees fit to its members. Most conferences divided equally. Some divided to just the teams who made the tournament. But it is another step, a positive step for Division I women's basketball teams going forward. So I'm glad of that. And like I said, it's a proposal right now, but it will pass in January. I think the board also meets today to hammer out a few other things, but it's going to pass. It'll be official in January and to be ready in time for the 2025 NCAA Division I Women's basketball tournament. These closing moments, reminder, the Rockets are having their back-to-school fest or back-to-school drive this Saturday at Sunnyside Community Center from 9 to 11. Feature a giveaway of school supplies and backpacks. First come, first serve. But also, like, they are also providing free haircuts for boys and vouchers for girls from the Franklin Beauty Institute. So 9 a.m. to 11 this Saturday, Rockets are hosting a back-to-school, second annual back-to-school bash at Sunnyside Community Center. And then, of course, the Cougs football team is having its Fan Fest this Wednesday, August 14th, from 6 to 8 p.m. at the indoor practice facility. You see how the info there. Attendees are welcome to bring up to 2 items to be signed. There will be commemorative posters while supplies last. Free parking in the stadium garage. Use the visitors entrance. Okay. The stadium parking garage, address 3874 Holman Street, but use the visitors entrance for the complimentary parking. The Cougs Fan Fest once again, this Wednesday, August 14th from 6 to 8 p.m. The Rice Isles Fan Fest is taking place Saturday, August 17th, most likely, barring the not completion of the installation of the turf that Rice is working on as of right now, because the artificial turf was damaged due to Hurricane Beryl. So assuming that is completed in time for the Fan Fest, it will take place inside Rice's football stadium on Saturday, August 17th. And some of the features at the Fan Fest, at Rice's Fan Fest: food trucks, an inflatable kid zone, food free and paid food and brew samplings, a cool breeze zone, face painting, balloon artist, a roaming photo booth, a DJ, ice treats, drink refreshments, and post-game field goals. So that's a lot going on there. And of course, Texas Southern's Fan Fest will take place on Saturday, August 24th. It's free. It'll be inside the H&P Arena starting at 4 p.m. Not many details are yet known about that. But as I stated earlier, the Houston Cougars men's program announced its non-conference schedule, posted it on the website. But the specific matchups for the Players Era Festival in Vegas are not posted on the website. So I know you may see and have seen, and ESPN writers and national writers have reported about the Cougs facing Alabama on that Tuesday, November 26th. That is not yet locked and etched in stone. I said it last Thursday. I'm saying it again. It still might happen on that day, on Tuesday, November 26th, but it is not yet concrete. I'm saying it right now. It's not yet etched in stone. They're still trying to figure out all this other. They need to do better. They need to do better with that. And Rex says, shout out to the Olympic Cougs. Agreed. Competing this week and last week in Paris. Reminder, these final moments of this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the lunch break. Team USA men's team basketball faces Serbia at 2 p.m. Central. So an hour and change away before that game, before the USA, LeBron, Steph, Anthony Edwards, Derek White, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and the rest, led by Steve Kerr, going against the Joker and Serbia. Heck of a matchup. Yes, Team USA has beaten them twice, but this game, today's matchup in the semifinals, this is it. Loser can play for the bronze medal, but that's not what USA is playing for. They're competing. They want to win. This team was assembled to win the gold. So they're going to be locked in. It's a game they should win, but they can't stub their toes too long because the Joker will lead Serbia. Serbia's got players too, NBA players as well. I'm looking forward to this matchup. Maisha, thank you for your comments. Appreciate that. That's what the takeover is. The takeover is my show to provide content about the team, the H-Town teams, about UH, my beloved alma mater, but also Rice, HCU, and TSU. That's what this show is mainly for, providing the content and the info regarding the H-Town teams. That is really the foundation of the Houston Roundball Review. I'm H-Town proud. I want to see all the H-Town teams succeed in basketball and football and everything that they compete on the field, in the classroom. I cover H-Town. I'm proud to be from H-Town. So France won, so France has made the gold medal game. Well, that'll be a challenge. Whoever wins, USA or Serbia, because the crowd's going to be behind France. And as the refs, as Coach Sampson has said many times, refs are human too. And, refs they are objective, but the fans get involved and the crowd gets hyped up and referees might start feeling a little bit differently about a certain call or a certain angle or things of that sort. But for USA, objective number one is to defeat Serbia. Tip-off is a little more than an hour. Why? Yeah, this is another question. I don't understand this either. Why is the UH Football Fan Fest, or the Fan Fest in general, why is it on Wednesday? Rice's Fan Fest, Saturday, August 17th. Texas Southern's Fan Fest, Saturday, August 24th. Why is the Cougs Fan Fest on a Wednesday? Working harder, not smarter. I tell you, another example of Couging it. I love my school, but a lot of things we do, I just don't understand. I just don't. Boy. All right. Oh, and Bobby, if you didn't see it earlier, let me pull up the info in case you hadn't seen it. New addition to the Houston Cougars women's basketball program, Layla Augmon. It was official, was it Tuesday this week? Monday, Tuesday. 5'11" guard, transferred from Troy. She was at Troy this past season in 23-24. And before that, she was at Arkansas State for 2 seasons. She was a redshirt in 21-22. She played 22-23. And then prior to that, she spent 2 years at Seward Community College. Leilani is not a three-point shooter based on her 6 for 30 three-point shooting this past season at Troy. Averaged 4.6 points per game, started 1 game, played in 28, but we'll see. Maisha posits that the Fan Fest is on Wednesday, perhaps due to UH stadium construction. I don't know. Ms. Tran, you're welcome, Bobby. How are you, Ms. Tran? That's for you, Tran. You joined right at the right time, Tran. Meet the newest member of the Houston Cougars women's basketball program, Leilani Augmon. 5'11" guard, transferred from Troy. Look at those numbers, Tran. 4.6 points per game, shot 47% from the floor, 24 of 26 from the free throw line, 25% from 3, going 6 for 30. So there you go there. Tran, you missed a lot. So you just go back and watch the rebroadcast and learn about the Fan Fest taking place at Rice, TSU, and UH first. Fan Fest will be August 14th on a Wednesday. Rice's Fan Fest will be Saturday, August 17th. And TSU's Fan Fest will be Saturday, August 24th. But that'll do it. Reminder, everyone, thank you for your support, your questions, and your comments. Tell your friends about the Houston Roundball Review Takeover. Get you a mug, like I am. Take your sip of your favorite beverage. Spread the word about the Houston Roundball Review. Remember, or if you don't know, the Roundball Review on YouTube, over 5 million views on YouTube channel. Advertise at thehrr.com. Once again, advertise at thehrr.com. And always, everyone have a great day. Bobby, thank you very much. You as well. As always, y'all know, as we're going to wrap it up here, but you know it. But if you're new to the show, thank you very much. Come again. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the content. This is just an example of one of the shows here on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. But you're watching the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the lunch break on Throwback Thursday. It is powered by JM&E. You can watch it on Facebook, YouTube, FireTV, Twitter, and of course on Roku via the BS3 network. And the Houston Roundball Review shows are available on Roku via BS3 TV. Download the app. Wrapping it up. In conclusion, you all know this. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name. Global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Thursday, August 8th, 2024. Number 1, Congresswoman Cori Bush of St. Louis, Missouri lost one of the most controversial primary elections Tuesday. Bush is a member of the progressive group of congressional lawmakers known as the Squad. She lost to St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell. The Congresswoman is the second member of the Squad to lose a primary election this year. Bronx, New York Congressman Jamal Bowman lost his primary race in June. Number 2, in Michigan's Democratic primary, actor Hill Harper conceded his Senate race against Representative Elisa Slotkin. Harper secured 23% of the vote and cited adverse weather conditions for low voter turnout. Despite controversies, Harper expressed pride in his campaign and remains committed to his community. Slotkin will face former Congressman Mike Rogers, a Republican, in the general election, a competitive race crucial for Senate control. Number 3, inflammation. Your body's reaction to injury or infection causes pain, swelling, and loss of function. Chronic inflammation caused by physical inactivity, obesity, diet, stress, and toxins affects heart disease, diabetes, cancers, and mental health. Number 4, it's Black Voters Matters Thursday, and Coy Malone reports that Vice President Kamala Harris's announcement that she's running for president affects the participation of Black voters, especially young voters, whose knowledge of candidates and electoral power can change outcomes. Candidates prioritizing the concerns of Black voters, such as social injustices, are typically favored at voting polls. Black people have also reported non-participation due to believing that the voting system is rigged and sometimes being misinformed due to popular beliefs on social media and other networks. Number 5, Philadelphia opened a walk-in mental health clinic offering psychiatric evaluations, counseling, prescription refills, and referrals. The clinic aims to address the high prevalence of mental health crises in the city. Funded by the city and operated by Marikey, the clinic will collaborate with nearby treatment programs for higher level care needs. Official opening day, September 3rd. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Dreaming promotes resilience by allowing us to imagine positive outcomes and better days, especially in difficult times. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with mental health and wellness contributor Aprilette Russell as we discuss the day's top headlines and more. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.